Hi, my name is Suzy and I would like to show you today how easy it can be to give subcutaneous fluids to your cat. And so I'm going to be using the Access tools, and I'm going to be also stepping you through every single step of the way, so it'll be very easy for you to do this. So first of all, everything you have decided about how hard it is to do this and how much of a hardship it will be on you and your cat, will you now destroy and uncreate all that, please, times a godzillion. Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everything you have decided about how this is going to be awful and how your cat is no longer enjoying their quality of life because of this, will you now please destroy and uncreate all of that? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. We're going to be administering fluids to Bubba, and Bubba has been choosing to be with me for the past 19 years. She's almost 20 now, so you're gonna meet her in a minute. So this is Bubba, and here we are, and so you're gonna see how easy it will be to give her the fluids. So first things first, you will have received this bag of fluids from your vet. It has already, or you probably attached this part of it that will actually administer the fluids to the cat. But first thing is that you're going to be putting the entire bag into a warm water bath for about 10 minutes to warm up the fluids so that the cat is not going to have a shocking experience with cold fluids administered to her body. So just hot water, put the entire bag, immerse it in there, and for about 10 minutes, not super hot, but warm enough so that the cat doesn't get a shock. Next, you want to have the bag hanging up high so that you can actually have gravity helping you in the process. So I'm using a closet door and a hook, and the bag is hanging there comfortably. I am sure your vet has also showed you what to do with this needle to attach it at the end of this hose. You always want to attach a fresh needle after the procedure so that it's clean for the next time and there's no contamination coming into the fluids while you have the time between fluid administrations. So one of the things that I do first after I've gotten my bag out of the warm water bath is I'm going to make sure that there is no air in the hose. So I'm going to take off the protective cap from the needle, and sometimes you have to like literally just twist it so that the needle comes out easier. So pull and twist at the same time. And then what I will do is I have an open window, so I'll just stick the needle out there and I'll open the little contraption here that actually allows for the fluid to come out, which is by just rolling this little dial up so that the fluid can come out. And so then all of the little air bubbles that are in the hose will definitely disappear. So everywhere you have decided that even the look of a needle is terrifying, will you now please destroy and uncreate all the decisions, judgments, computations, and conclusions you have about needles? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere that you have associated needles with a lot of pain and you do not desire to inflict any of it, will you now destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everything that the look of a needle is starting to do in your own body, we now destroy and uncreate all of that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So everywhere that this doesn't come to you with ease, joy and glory, destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So the main thing really is that once you lift the skin up, what you will do is you basically, it's like grabbing the cat, lifting the skin up. Now you use your index finger to make a little indentation here so the skin lays flat in front of you, so you're not poking into like a squeezed
part of skin, but you're poking into an open space. So you lift the skin, you take your index finger, you make a little tent here, and then the needle goes right under that, and it's basically just parallel to the cat's body. You don't want to be poking up, you don't want to be poking down, you don't want to be poking sideways. You want to go straight parallel to the cat's body, straight underneath where you lifted, and so you're going to end up straight under the skin. So subcutaneous fluid means straight under the skin. So there you are, right there. Now once that is done, you just let go of the skin, and you don't have to hold on to the needle, you don't have to control the needle, you don't have to maneuver it around. It just sits there, and you open up your little fluid administration device, and off you go. The next thing is that I have an environment that works for me here. So I have the bag hanging on the closet door, and then I have a dresser where I put my cat's bed, and so I do it in her bed on top of the dresser, so it's really easy for me to stand and work. So make the environment comfortable for you and your cat so you're not struggling at all. So here comes Bubba. She goes in her bed, and she has also a bit of sensitivity of when you touch her. She moves a lot. That's a totally unrelated thing, but so I have to be a little bit aware too how I touch her. But I'm going to turn her around so you can see better how the needle thing works. So what I do is I put some treats down for her so she gets interested in the treats and the fun part of it all. So she starts munching away, so I don't have to control her all that much. So I uncap the needle at this point. So I have it ready. And you don't want to put it down and touch anything with it that might contaminate it. So don't touch the tip of it. So now what you do is you go basically right behind the shoulder blades, and you pick up a scruff of skin, just like if you were to carry your cat away. You just pick up a scruff of skin, and then you just use your index finger and you sort of give it a little tent, like by just pushing this way. So you lifted it up, and now you push it this way. You put the needle bevel up. You put the needle bevel up, and just parallel to her, basically parallel to her body. And now the needle is in. You don't have to hold it anymore once it's in. Now you just open the flow, and just pet her. Make sure you check your bag. Make sure your fluid is flowing, and also make sure that you see that the fluid is coming down on your bag. And you can just, give your kitty a little bit of loving. So Bubby, everything that doesn't allow you to have all these fluids with total ease, where you destroy and uncreate all that, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everything that doesn't allow you to enjoy all of this, where you destroy and uncreate all that, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere that you have decided this is awful, where you destroy and uncreate all that, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And everything that doesn't allow your body to take all of this with total ease and see how much it's actually helping you, where you destroy and uncreate all of that, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So the vet will tell you how much fluid your particular animal requires, so make sure you do exactly that. And so the units that come in are exactly what your animal needs. Now once that is done, what you will do is you will just put your finger right where the needle is, and you will pull the needle out and keep your finger right on the spot, and then I'll show you what to do with that. So she had enough fluids now, so I'm going to close this up first. So now I'm just going to put my finger right here where the needle went in. I just pull out the needle and I push on that. And so now I'm going to run cellular memory, pot, pock, turn, pot, pock, turn, pot, pock, turn, pot, pock, turn. So there is an instant closing of that little opening. There we go. Now I can drop the needle because it's bad anyway for now. We switch it out later. Make sure Bubba doesn't jump off here because this is a little too tall for her to jump off. So here is Bubba after her fluid. So now you'll see a sack of fluid that usually, you know, comes either to the side or wherever it goes, but you'll see a little lump. That is normal. That's the fluids under the skin. So that's what you want to see. Thank you, Bubba. Well, congratulations, you made it. So now at the end of the procedure, what you want to do is you want to recap your old needle. This is now a contaminated needle. You do not want to use this again next time. You do not want to leave it on the bag. You want to take it off right after you have done all of this. So recap your needle and take it off your hose. So you just have the plastic tip. You want to store this needle and bring it back to your vet. They will recycle them, so make sure you do that. Now get a new needle out. Take off the plastic end, but leave the plastic cap that covers the needle on there and put that on here. Now this is how you store your bag. You will just have the fresh needle on here, so next time it's all clean, it's there. You don't have to do anything. You don't want to leave this little piece open for the time being. You want to have it capped off with the new needle so nothing can get in the fluids. No contamination can occur. And please don't forget, next time before you use it again, just flush out the system before you use it anyway. So thank you so much. This was fun. I hope this helped you a lot. And again, everything that doesn't allow you to have all this with ease, joy, and glory, will you please destroy and uncreate it. Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.